Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to be benchmarking this, the Threadripper 3 3960X. Stay tuned. So we have been fortunate enough, thanks to the folks at Gigabyte and AMD, to have the Threadripper 3 with us for the past 1 week and the TRX 40 AORUS XTREME from Gigabyte. We've been testing the processor, putting through its paces, trying to find out how much of an improvement this is as compared to the previous generation Threadripper. So we've been comparing it to this one, the 2950X on the X399 platform, just to see how the improvements stack up. Right? Before getting into the details, let's talk about the specifications. Right? The 3960X slightly increases the boost clock by 4.50 GHz as compared to 2950X, which has 4.4 GHz. Now, the reason we wanted to compare these two particular processors was it's very close by in terms of the pricing, at launch at least. Also, the 3950X happens to be a Ryzen 9 platform rather than the TRX 40, which is the Threadripper 3 platform. The remaining specs you can see on your screen. Two things really jump out to us: the total PCI Express lanes 88 versus 64, and the TDP 280 watt versus 180 watt. So that's a world of difference. This is going to be needing a beefy cooler. You can say that just by looking at the specs. So let's get into the test setup that we had. Now, we had 64 GB of RAM and RTX 2060 common across both test beds. We had an SSD from Samsung 860 EVO to load up all the software that we had. The only major change, of course, the processor and the motherboards. On the 2950X, we used X399 Taichi, and on the 3960X, we used AORUS XTREME TRX 40. We did a video about this earlier, do check that out as well. Let's get into the testing that we did on both the processors. We started off with Cinebench with a score of 14147 on 3960X and 7062, almost double there. On Blender, we did two test renders which come standard, was BMW and the classroom render. On both the tests, we found out that the render time is cut into half, 70 seconds versus 145 on the BMW and 256 versus 482 on the classroom render. Next up was Corona Bench. It was 40 seconds versus 75 seconds on the render time. A thing that immediately jumps out was 12.2 million rays per second were handled on the 3960 versus 6.42 rays per second on the 2950X. Next up was Maya 2019. This was a test render that we did 1 minute 44 seconds on the 3960X and 3 minutes and 18 seconds on the 295. Moving on to Lux Mark, we did the Lux ball render. The scores are as follows on your screen: 13470 on the 2950X. Next up was the After Effects render test that we did. Now this file was a little 3D heavy and effect heavy, so it took about 3 minutes and 39 seconds on the 3960 and 4 minutes and 18 seconds on the 2950. Moving on to some video encoding, we used Handbrake for the test. We had a sample 4K 1 minute file which we encoded to 1080p 30 FPS fast. We got a 27 second on the 3960 and a 35 second time on the 295. Next up, we wanted to do some everyday use testing, and we used WebXPRT3 for that. Now the scores are on your screen. So WebXPRT usually goes through tests like photo enhancement, album organization through AI, stock options measured in milliseconds, homework, and so on. Next up was GeekBench 5. Now the scores are on your screen and the increase is clear to see. To round things up, we closed the testing with the only gaming related benchmark on the list, 3D Mark Timespy. The CPU scores are 9932 versus 8718. You will get gaming performance, but if you're after gaming, you're probably not going to be buying this processor. Right, to round things up, the 3960 exceeded all our expectations in testing. It's a little bit power hungry, but I guess that doesn't matter to the people who are choosing this platform. Now, Intel must be keenly anticipating these benchmarks, knowing that their next processor on the X299 refresh series is out soon. So we'll be checking how that stacks up with the 3960X, and we'll be keeping you posted. Do like, share and subscribe, it will mean a lot to us. Do drop some feedback in the comment section. We'll see how we can improve. We've been trying. Let us know if you like the video, let us know if you dislike the video. What would you like changed? What else should we do on our channel? Do let us know. Cheers.